Man, the Raptors got a huge W against the Philadelphia 76ers, 119-114. Great game overall. Siakam with the triple-double. Precious Achiuwa played pretty well. Gary Trent. They did a good job containing James Harden in the fourth and Joel Embiid. So today we're going to go over the box score, talking about the game overall. I will clear up that I did only watch a little bit of the fourth. Actually, I watched all the fourth quarter and a little bit of the third quarter. I didn't watch the full game, so I'll go only based off of previous games and the fourth quarter here. So what's up? I'm GDC. If you like the video, drop a like below, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. And let's get into the video. So first we got Pascal Siakam, man. So Siakam, 37 points, 12 rebounds, 12 assists. The triple-double, I think it was the fourth 30-point triple-double in Raptors history behind Van Vliet and some other guys. So great game overall from Pascal with 2 steals on 14 of 29 from the field and 1 of 7 from 3. Siakam, he was everywhere on the court today. You know, three-pointer wasn't all there today, but overall, he shot the ball okay, 14 of 29 from the field, so we will cut him some slack. They really do needed Siakam to play at a high level without Van Vliet today, without that floor general presence. So overall, I will give some credit to Pascal Siakam for carrying this team and being the floor general that they needed. So great game from Pascal Siakam. Next, we got Precious Achiuwa. He had a pretty great game today, probably his breakout game moving into the playoffs. And, you know, this guy kept the Raptors locked in this game. And if they do get this Precious Achiuwa in the playoffs, then they're going to be pretty great in the playoffs and going to make some noise. So Precious Achiuwa this game, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block on 7 of 11 from the field and 5 of 7 from 3. Precious Achiuwa from the three-pointer today, absolutely amazing. He has been one of the brighter spots for this Raptors team in recent games. And in the last few games, he actually has been playing pretty well. If you look at his last 10 games, he's actually averaging around 12 points per game, around 1 assist and 5 rebounds on 47% from the field and 32% from 3. Precious Achiuwa, he's finally getting locked in and finding his rhythm on this team, and on the bench especially. If they can get this guy getting to score at least like 10 and 10, maybe 10 points and 10 rebounds, and that'd be all for it. So great game from Precious Achiuwa. They really do needed his high level of play, and he's having a strong finish to the season too. So a good game from Precious Achiuwa. Next, we got Gary Trent. He's finally getting into a rhythm. He finally, broke the 20-point barrier today. If you look at his stats from this game, he actually scored 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists on 12 of 21 from the field and 5 of 8 from 3. Gary Trent, in the previous games before this game, he didn't really break the 20-point mark. He did against Minnesota on March 30th, but ever since then, 3-game streak where he basically hasn't broken 20 points. And from the field, especially from Atlanta, he was pretty horrible yesterday. Oh, not yesterday, but last game. And, before that, he's been playing pretty okay. But finally, this is the Gary Trent that the Raptors really do needed. 3-and-D, obviously, but also being able to run some offense and just overall play at a high level. So, good game from Gary Trent. Looking at the other players, the bench actually today played pretty okay. I wouldn't say amazingly, because Thad Young, Boucher, and Flynn were the only 3 players on the bench that played. Thad Young going 2 of 10. Boucher only having 4 shots and only making 2. And then Flynn going 1 for 2. So I would say the bench depth is still a huge problem on this team, but Thad Young was a huge pickup. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. Boucher, 7 points and 3 boards. I think last game he went for like 20 or like 25, I want to say. Yeah, Boucher, he was great last game. He's going to have some pretty streaky games, but I really do believe in Chris Boucher. I don't really think he's going to come back in the offseason. You guys can let me know if you guys want him back, but they really do need some bench depth overall. So, yeah, the Raptors, if you look at some overall notes, I started watching, like I said, in the fourth quarter, and that's really when things started to pick up. First of all, I want to say that I think after this game, Scottie Barnes is definitely my rookie of the year. He's been playing out of his mind recently, and this game alone, I actually didn't even talk about Scottie Barnes' game. 13 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists on 6 of 12 from the field and 1 3 from 3. He's been absolutely amazing, dropping a double-double this season, and even overall, not the season, but this game, he dropped a double-double over the season, 16 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Great overall stats. And I think he could be better than Evan Mobley right now. I think he is, with Evan Mobley being injured. I think he should be the leader for Rookie of the Year alongside Cade Cunningham. You can vote for either one. I just think that Scottie Barnes, with what he's been able to do for this Raptors team, I think he should be the Rookie of the Year. So looking at some other parts for the Toronto Raptors, their defense definitely turned up in the fourth quarter. They did a really great job defending James Harden. It was a great job containing him. James Harden could not get anything done. He had 13 points and 15 assists on 3 of 12 from the field. A very horrible game from James. And the Raptors took full advantage of his off game. And looking at it right now, they were able to switch most things. Thad Young played pretty well in the fourth quarter defending Joel Embiid. But also, Pascal Siakam, Precious Achiuwa, Scotty Barnes, and even Gary Trent, they can all switch anything, which is the best part about small ball 5. And, playing the center position, Kem Birch today didn't do too much, but obviously for matchup purposes, like I've said in previous videos. So the Toronto Raptors, they were pretty great today. I will say one thing about the Raptors today is that they really did miss Van Vliet's veteran experience out there. No true ball handler to really run the offense. So that's the one thing they were missing today. But they did great, even without Van Vliet today. I think Scotty Barnes is able to run the offense a little bit. Same thing with Siakam and I guess Gary Trent. But without Van Vliet there, a true ball handler, there's just no way that this team is going to go far. So if they can get a good backup 6-man that can play the point guard, I've said this in previous videos, they really do need some bench depth and overall someone that can fill in for Fred VanVleet whenever he's injured. They're going to be pretty set for the future. So looking at the Sixers side of things pretty quickly, Danny Green's returned to Toronto, getting his championship ring from 2019. He played very well today, 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists on 6 and 9 from the field and 6 of 7 from 3. There was this crazy shot in the corner. Absolutely amazing. It was so lucky, but oh my god, it was a great shot. Joel Embiid with 27 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal and a block on 10 of 21 from the field, and 0-3 from 3. Embiid, down in the fourth, was getting locked up because the Raptors were trying to double him in the post. There were a lot of times like that, and whenever they did, and Joel Embiid missed, they really took their chances in transition, which led to them basically leading in the fourth quarter. So, not finally, but we have Tyrese Maxey, 22 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. He played very well today, with James Harden being pretty much off, scoring most of the points today behind Joel Embiid. Went 7 of 11 from the field and 4 of 5 from 3. And finally, James Harden, like I said, 13 points, 15 assists, and 4 rebounds. He played horribly today. I don't know, James Harden, very streaky. I thought Joel Embiid and Harden would be a little bit of a better duo. They really do need some good supporting pieces, but James has been pretty off this season, and he definitely has been pretty underwhelming in the last few games. So hopefully Harden can get out of the slump, and hopefully the Raptors can go all the way, because looking at the playoffs, I don't really think any team wants to play this very great defensive team. And even if they do lose, they're going to have their heads up, because the Raptors, I don't even think they were projected to be even this great this season. So hopefully the Raptors can get it done. I think that was the last regular... Actually, no, they do versus Houston tomorrow. Wow. Yeah, so they versus Houston tomorrow. I'll probably make another video on that. If they do win, they probably are going to win. It's the Rockets. But yeah, great win from the Toronto Raptors today. I'll see you guys tomorrow against Houston, and go Raptors. So that's the video. I'm JDC, and all peace.